sure we're all set to go, I guess. Okay. Yep. Alright, perfect. Alright, well, we should be good to go then for in just a little bit. Just waiting on everybody else to show up. Who have we... How many have we got today? Out of curiosity. Where are you, attendance? 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 12, 14, 15, 17. We're just waiting on 2 more. Okay. Which would be probably, I'm guessing, the Quito and oh, shoot. Who else would be on there that I haven't seen yet? JBH, I think it is. Yep. Alright. Also, you might have to I'll have to apologize in advance too. I do sound a little bit under the weather. I woke up with a bit of a sore throat. It's gotten better now, but I'm just trying to get over it. Oh, there's a 16 person. Who is that? That is the Quito. Okay. So the other one would be missing is JBH. Yeah, I need to get the other stuff up. Standings. Where's America Open? Here it is. Let's see. America's Open. Oh, go away, you. Jeez. Alright, looks like we're all set to go then, I guess. Just wait for the screen to go black and then we'll get the introduction to the wire, of course. Hello everyone and welcome to round 13 of the America's Open Championship here on Race Spec Esports. I'm K1997, your commentator for tonight's race, and we are racing tonight at the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya for the Spanish Grand Prix, which was first introduced back in 1991 and has been home to the Spanish Grand Prix ever since then. The newly designed track layout now pretty much features, without the chicane that they cut off, which was at turns 14 to 16, that's 14 to 15, excuse me, that has no longer existed. Instead now it's pretty much what the MotoGP layout is currently, which is basically wrapping around turn 13 and turn 14, basically to give the cars a better overtaking opportunity and also to get a better run on the main straight with the power DRS, and of course make turn 14 more of a proper corner. Turns 1 and turn 10 are most likely the overtaking spots, considering they are the two DRS zones with with the 8 of them at the main straight leading to turn 1, and the back straightaway out of turn 9 leading into turn 10. Drivers, though, will have to be mindful, of course, of turn 9. That complex can be quite tricky. It's a fast, blinding crest, and also we'll have to be mindful as well around turns 13 and 14, depending on what line they could take. They could it could basically make or break your line leading into the final turn. And also, be aware the bump is still there because Codemasters did a recent update where they brought back the bump after the invisible wall glitch that they had a couple weeks ago that I actually discovered and a few others discovered as well. So, yeah. And yeah, it's not there anymore because I didn't see that in Elite Series, so at least that's the good news. But yeah, even though this track doesn't really provide the best racing in the world, but it doesn't provide the not too bad racing in the virtual sense of the world. But we'll wait and see how it goes for tonight. Now, before we go fully focused into qualifying, there is some news to go through first of the previous race at Las Vegas, and there were a couple of incidents that were reported. First of which was an incident involving Rebel and Coral at turns 14 to 16 that actually caught on stream. Oh, that we caught on stream. Rebel got a 5-second penalty and a license point for that incident. The other one was involving Coral and JBH, same corner as well. JBH got a 5-second time penalty and a license point for that sort of incident. So if I go to the results real quickly, I think this was all in the main race, I think. So with that 5-second penalty, Rebel would be dropped down from P6 down to about P9, and JBH would stay where he is in 13th position. In the Drivers' Championship, it's currently Blockman that's leading the way on 298 points, followed by Rebel in second on 283, so it's still a tight battle between the two Alpines, but of course Rebel needs to have a good race on this sort of occasion. He had a bit of a shocker last week at Las Vegas. In third is Lil Mick on 196, followed by Coral in fourth with 194, and then Nanda rounds out the top 5 with 136 points. So a bit of a battle as well for third position as well. In the Teams Championship, it's Alpine that pretty much have wrapped up the Constructors Championship. They're on 581 points. Then it's 263 points to McLaren in second position. And third is Alfa Romeo with 222. Williams are fourth with 216, and Red Bull Racing rounds it off in the top 5 with 182. Gee whiz. But that's it in terms of news. We can now fully focus into this qualifying session, as we've got everybody just getting ready to do their laps at the moment. Luxury in the McLaren for tonight is on a flyer, as you can see. We'll see what the benchmark time will be as he heads out of turn 12 and into the fast right-handers of turns 13 and 14. Something I have noticed as well, when they use the outside bit of the curve there at turn 13, they tend to use quite a bit of that outside curve and tend to break the braking boards as well. Luxury, meanwhile, Luxury, meanwhile, goes to pole for now with a 1:11.5. Laquito with the 13.6 was the first car to do a time on the board. Lil Mick goes to second with a 1:12.3. He had a really good race, if I remember correctly, over in Las Vegas. Style Harmony with a 13.7, or Core with a 13.8. Now Rebel goes to the top with a 1:11.1. Beats out Luxury side by nearly 0.4 of a second. So he's already making a statement here in qualifying. For reference in pole, pole, if I remember, was a 1 minute 10.8 from Elite Series last night. That was set by CZK. Just for a reference. Let's block my game through a little bit of traffic there at turn 4. It's out of turn, around turn 5. Gotta hug that inside as much as you can and then get a good exit out of that corner. It's a critical traction zone as well, turn 5. As he heads up and over the hill through 7 and 8, now into the blind crest of turn 9. Flat to the floor, doesn't even lift throughout that corner there. Millsetcher says he's at a 50.1. It says he's also purple according to the mini map there on the right hand side of your screen. He heads out of turn 12. A little bit curved there down the outside. Flicks the car in, keeps it flat, opens the DRS, will cross the line. It is pole for now, but only by 15 thousandths with a 1:11.170. Up the line, looks like he's about to start flying left. While we're on board with the Williams car, give you a proper tour of the racetrack here at Barcelona as he heads around the final corner, heads onto the main straightaway. With DRS wide open, the long run down to turn 1 as he reaches speeds to about 204 miles an hour indicated there. Uses turn 1, the inside curve of turn 1 through 2 and 3, up and over to the crest of turn 3. Keeps it flat, up towards now turn 4. Oh, missed the apex quite a bit there at turn 4. Yeah, he definitely missed it. I think he might have had a lockup is what happened. As he heads out of turn 5, uses a bit of the curve, brought down to second instead of third we saw Blockman do. Out of the kick at turn 6, down to the uphill chicane of turn 7 and 8. And now it's the blind crest of turn 9. Foot flat to the floor, but a little bit of understeer from sub for line. He might be carrying less swing compared to Blockman if I had to make an assumption. Through turn 10, the newly reprofiled turn 10 that was introduced in 2021. And now into turn 12. And now to the fast right-handers of 13 and 14. Not surprised. Already the Frankie boards are gone at turn 13. Do one more corner there of turn 14. Up to the line for sub for line. It's a 1:11.1 for the Williams car. Yeah, only right now we've got about 6 cars in the 111s, but the 2 Alpines right now separated by 15 thousandths in this qualifying session in the top 2. Oh yeah, I forgot Tom is in the Williams in this series. I'm used to him seeing him in a McLaren. Now he's in the Williams on this occasion. Let's see, Spy will hang up over the crest, clubbing the curve a little bit there at turn 12. Don't want to use that curve there, it does cost you a bit of time. He goes around the final corner now. Spy will complete his lap, will set a 1:14.4. Slowest overall at the moment, but still got plenty of time to find. We still got about 10 minutes to go here in this qualifying session. Luxury, meanwhile, will start his second flying lap as he heads down the main straightaway towards the first corner. See what kind of peak speed this McLaren has got. 200 miles an hour. I thought he was going to tick over 201, if I'm totally fair. Out of turn 2, up and over the hill towards turn 3, flat to the floor, keeps it to the inside apex. To the first sector, he is up by only 24 thousandths of a second. And now heads up towards turn 5, third gear. As he, oh, well, I was going to say he shifted down mid-apex, and then he lost the back end, hanging out of the exit of turn 5. That definitely might have cost him time. But how much did it really cost him? We'll wait and see if when he gets to the middle sector. DRS open, he's got a couple of cars around him. He's still up, though, in fairness to him. Fry gets out of the way there at turn 10. Very good job there. That might have been Professor Phil, I think, getting out of the way, or Honeybee. As he heads out of turn 12, now into the fast right-handers of 13. Now one more corner of turn 14. And then back into the main straight. DRS open, up to the line. 1:11.4. But yeah, I reckon he has a little bit more time in his back pocket than that. Yeah, because he definitely made that mistake there at turn 5. He probably lost, I reckon, at least a couple of tenths. JM will head up to the first sector. He's up by a significant chunk. He's up by nearly 0.2 of a second to the first sector. And that first sector actually was quicker than what Luxury did. He's also got an Aston Martin in front. Hopefully he gets out of the way. He doesn't seem to be getting out of the way. Now he does. That was quite late. That might have been a bit of a distraction for Jay. As Jay will now head up towards turn 10. Clock says now he's up still, but yeah, he definitely lost time Well, he might have lost even more. He definitely went wide at turn 10. Yeah, I reckon that he might have got distracted. Oh, there's a Ferrari in front of him! Oh my god! What? Oh, there was a Ferrari on the race. Who was that? Is that Professor Phil? It was Professor Phil. How did JM go through him? I thought he wasn't ghosted. It didn't look like it on my screen. I thought he was going to run straight into him. Jeez, that was a scary moment if I've ever seen one. My goodness. Rebel, though, is up by 2 thousandths. He needs to find at least 13 more if he wants to get his teammate for pole, at least for now. Heads around the final corner, back onto the main straight. Rebel will now set a 1:11.017. He's now ahead of Blockman by just over a tenth of a second. A very superb lap indeed. Meanwhile, though, Coral, he's on a lap, but he has an AlphaTauri in front who awkwardly gets out of the way, goes to the left-hand side and destroys the braking boards. Out of turn 3, up and over the hill. To the middle, to the first sector, the clock says for Coral. He's up by just over a tenth and a half to the first sector. Heads around turn 4, up towards turn 5. Second gear, short shifts up to third on the exit. We'll head out of the kink of turn 6, now into turns 7 and 8. Clobbers the curb a little bit there on both corners of 7 and 8. Now around the blind crest of turn 9. DRS wide open. Heads up towards now turn 10. The clock says he's up by 0.3 of a second. He definitely can challenge Blockman here in this lap, as long as he keeps a tie. Another AlphaTauri going off the road on the rallycross portion of the track. Yeah, that's the rallycross portion if anyone does not know that. Alright, out of the final corner, now back on the main straight. It's only a 1:11.3. He only is off by just less than 2.5 tenths to Blockman, but a little over a tenth, a little over 2 tenths, I should say. 2 tenths? 1 tenth. 1 tenth. My math is all over the place. Damn it. Oops. Black ball on a, looks like a cooldown lap. He's currently 8th position with a 1:12.9. Accords on a flying lap, I believe. No, actually, no, he just completed a lap. He did 12.9. Subfilime is, I think, on a flyer. We'll wait and see what he does. He's currently sitting in 10th place with a 1:13.1. Clock says for Subfilime, he's up by 4 tenths. With that improvement, he could get ahead of Black Bola for 8th place. As he heads around turn 12 to turn 13 and 14. Oh, the car really did not cooperate there. Using all the curve there, might have bottomed out, I think. It's only 9th fastest, but only a few thousandths off of Black Bola with a 1:12.739. Yeah, currently it's still a close qualifying. Top 7, meanwhile, are separated by about over a second, which is pretty cool to see. Top 2 separated by a tenth and a half, a little over a tenth and a half. Second and third about a little over a tenth, or little over a tenth or less than a tenth and a half. Yeah, it's over a tenth. It's at least a tenth and a little less than a tenth and a half, or a little over a tenth and a half to both McLarens. And Tom not too far off either, less than I think half a tenth, or half a tenth actually to Luxury, or Luxury Tom, excuse me. Luxury and Tom are separate by half a tenth. Yeah, my math's all over the place today. Maybe it's the Vegas fever that I might have caught. I don't know. Yeah, considering I was just at Las Vegas just over the weekend. Professor Phil, yet to set a lap time, will be able to complete a lap. He will set a 1:12.8, puts him into 10th. Luxury, meanwhile, is back out. With 3 minutes to go, this probably will be his final run, I imagine, because I think he might have only just 3 sets of soft compound tires. Let's see, the Quios invalidated his lap time. Style Harmony down by 3.5 tenths. Honeybee down by 32 thousandths, but can he improve on the... It doesn't look like he's pushing necessarily. Well, maybe he's just doing race runs. I honestly don't know. I know this man can definitely challenge for pole. He's not far off. Well, I say not far off, but he's got about little over 4.5 tenths to find. See if Luxury can get towards Rebel here. Everyone's starting to get out of the pit lane to get ready for their final laps. Luxury is going to start his final flying lap as he heads down the main straight, but he is very, very close to that Aston Martin in front. That probably, I imagine, is Laquito. As he heads out of turn 3, up towards the first sector split. Clock says for Luxury, he's up by 5 thousandths. But he's really close to that. Yeah, the thing is, though, is that I know disrespect to the Quia, but he just doesn't have the... Oh, gee whiz. I was just going to say, like, I don't think he has the pace compared to Luxury to at least, like, keep it going on the lap. But now he bailed on the lap, it seemed. Luxury to the middle sector will come towards it. Now the clock says he's up by nearly a tenth and a half. Oh, he's got more traffic to negotiate. Gee whiz, there, Luxury. He really has found himself in an awkward spot. He's got another car in front. That's his teammate of Coral. The Will Star is flying lap, so he's fine. Alright, out of the final corner, back on the main straight. Luxury sets a 1:11.291. He is now into third place. He's on the second row. His teammate's about to start a lap now. Rebel is just starting his final flying lap. His teammate Blockman, meanwhile, will be getting ready shortly. Rebel to the first sector. We'll head up out of turn 3. Clock says for Rebel. He's down by 68 thousandths to the first sector. Coral, what about him? He's down by 94 thousandths to the first sector. That's out of turn 5. Down towards 6 and 7. Down to 4th. Modulates the throttle. Very good job there from Rebel. Yellow flags are that's just an AlphaTauri getting out of the way. There at turn 1. That looks like a long lap penalty zone. Rebel is not finding any more time. He's down by a tenth and a half. Over a tenth and a half to the middle sector. What about Coral to the middle sector? He's actually bailed on the lap, so he will not continue. JM has started his final flying lap. Yeah, Tom and Little Mick have also retired. I did fail to mention that, but they have retired from their from the session. Blockman, though, is up by 61 thousandths to the first sector. AlphaTauri, though, getting out of the way awkwardly. Man, this traffic has been really, really awkward in this session. I'm not gonna lie. This Blockman now heads out of turns 7 and 8. Now it's at turn 9. Through the fast right-hander, opens DRS, heads down to the middle sector split. The clock says for the Alpine car. He's up by 47,000, but that's not enough if he wants to challenge Rebel for pole. He needs to find at least another 10th somewhere in this final sector. It's going to take quite a bit, though, but we'll wait and see. Blockman heads out of the final corner now, back onto the main straight, opens DRS. Will it be enough? The answer is no. He misses out by just about over 15 thousandths of a second between himself and his teammate. It's an Alpine 1-2 and a McLaren 3-4. JM improved, but only to stay in 6th place with a 1:11.7. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is qualifying over. And it's the 2 Alpines that will start on pole position here for the Spanish Grand Prix. That's start on the front row for the Spanish Grand Prix. Rebel will be on pole position. Star Harmony, I think, is going back into pit lane. But yeah, close qualifying. Actually, it's 14 thousandths to correct my math, between the two Alpines. Rebel gained the pole position by just a hair in that qualifying session. Oh, I hope that does not give Rebel a grid penalty. That AlphaTauri is very much behind him. Okay, good. Yeah, I decide not to be stupid for once. Yeah, because times I've seen where everyone's done with their qualifying and the AI are so close to one another, it tends to give someone that's in front of that car a grid penalty. Thankfully, that's not the occasion. But yeah, crucial pole position for Rebel. Getting that 1:11.017. And there you go. There's qualifying done and dusted here. It's an LP1-2. They'll start on the front row with Rebel leading the way. Blockman in second with 14,000 separate between him and his teammate. Luxury and Coral will start on the second row. Luxury will start on the third, Coral in fourth, along with Tom, JM, Lil Mig, Black Bola, Professor Phil, Stuff for Lime, Accord, Style Harmony, Liquido, Motion God, Honeybee, and Spy will round it all off here for Spain. The one thing I have noticed here, watching Elite Series last night, is that they definitely could be a big strategy game around Catalunya. There tends to be that way quite a bit in the previous times I've raced or commentated here at Barcelona. But it's also really good to see that they got rid of that stupid chicane, because that chicane is, quite honestly, one of the worst corners of the track in the world. Actually, the worst ones in the world, I think, is that Miami Mickey Mouse chicane. It is so terrible, and it provides literally nothing. Yeah, it's just like an uphill chicane that just, a bit of an uphill chicane that just like, just provides nothing. You just have to like get through it and then hope you get a good run down that long back straightaway before turn 17. Which is a traction zone, of course, because Miami is filled with that. But thankfully, though, with Spain, it's a bit more forgiving compared to Miami, at least. In terms of traction and everything and whatnot. I think, also, if I remember, there will be formation. We did run that, I think, last week at Las Vegas. But, yeah, I think we're going to have it for this occasion. Yeah, I have been noticing a few leagues have, well, a few leagues either have or haven't been doing the formation lap. I mean, you never know with the formation lap. It is quite inconsistent in this game. Ugh. Oh, I didn't see the weather report there from Rebel. He told me it's dry all the way. Alright, well, thank you, Rebel. Excuse me. Thank you, Rebel, for letting me know that. Like I said, again, I apologize for my, my voice. It's just, yeah, I'm just feeling just a little bit under the weather. But, yeah, like I said, hopefully that won't be affecting me too much. Main thing is, as long as I can talk, that's all I can say. Hey, I might not be Lane, but, I mean, I just do my best I can, the best I can to give you the entertainment as possible. Lane obviously is the true GOAT when it comes to commentary here in Race Spec Esports. Yeah, it does commentary for several different leagues, especially America's side of things too. And there's me being the idiot, just do it with him at night, late at night. Nah, the only reason I do is just because I like to be a part of Lane's company at least. Still waiting on everyone to get ready. Hopefully we'll get going soon. Yeah, I've been waiting about, I probably would say about 2 or 3 minutes. Alright. Everyone's all ready to go, so we are getting ready now for the formation lap here. Let me see what everyone's on in terms of tires. Okay. A bit interesting. Last time was the hard tire being the most dominant tire, but for today it seems to be the opposite. The top 4 are on the hard compound tire. Almost everyone else, besides Honeybee in 15th, are on the hards as well. Rebel, Blotman, Luxury and Coral, the Alpines and McLarens in the first 2 rows are on the hard compound tires. Tom will start at 5th on the medium, same with Jay at 6th, Little Mick at 7th, Black Ball at 8th, Professor Phil at 9th, Subfilime in 10th, Accord in 11th, Style Harmony 12th, Liquido in 13th, Motion God 14th, Honeybee in 15th, like I mentioned before. He is on the hard compound tire, and Sparty on the mediums. Yeah, last night we had, oh goodness, I'm trying to remember. I think we had a couple on the mediums, if I remember. One of them which was CZK, the pole sitter, who put up a really astounding race. Did 20 laps on the mediums, pulled up a 6-second, a 6-second gap to the car behind. And yeah, just managed to win the race. He went from medium to hard. So pretty much he had the tire advantage at the end of the race. Humphreys, if I remember, who started towards the back, because that's what Jack Humphreys has been doing recently, because he's already got the championship wrapped up. He went to medium soft. He was a second lap quicker for a while, but then by the end of the race, the tires pretty much faded. So we'll wait and see what everyone does, but I'm very curious to see what will happen. Cars now line up on the grid. I think this is the closest I could get in terms of the lights coming on. So we'll ride along with Blockman's POV, and well, we'll ride along on Blockman, I should say. Put the camera on him at least, because yeah, that's the only way I can see the lights. I think everyone should be good. Yep, we should be all good to go here. I hope. I hear the revs. There are the lights. We got 5 of them here. It's lights out, and away we go here at Barcelona. Nice start by Rebel at the front of the field at pole position. He leads the field into turn 1 as I get a dreadful camera angle here. As they now made their way to the first corner, they have a cloud of Luxury going side by side with Blockman, and he takes the position away from Blockman. He moves up into 2nd place. Blockman drops to 3rd. Cole stays at 4th. Jay in 5th. He's gone ahead of Tom, and who's dropped down to 6th. Could be 7th, as Little Mick is down the inside, heading up towards turn 4. There's the McLaren trying to defend against the Red Bull there. Down the inside goes Black Ball of the Mercedes-Benz on the inside of the Alfa Romeo, but he can't get the move done there, as now he's under pressure now from Professor Phil to the outside of turns 7 and 8. On the inside line, contact looked like a little bit there, but the Mercedes stays in front of the Ferrari. He's now in 8th place still. Professor Phil gave his spot up in 9th place. A little bit wide there from someone in the background. I think that might have been Sparty, who has gained a couple spots, or it might have been Motion God, excuse me, in the Haas. That went wide. What's going on with Motion God? He's gone slowly. I have no idea what that was about, but anyway. Top 3, though, have started to pull a bit of a gap from some of the field. Rebel leads, but only by half a second to Luxury. Blockman, his teammate, is at excuse me, Rebel's teammate is at 3rd. Coral, though, is dropping back a little bit. It's now a 2nd, separating 3rd to 4th. And he needs to get a move on quickly. He doesn't want to lose DRS to the top 3. DRS is a crucial part here in Spain from what we have seen in the past. I don't know why it's giving me a soft medium strategy when most of everyone here is on hards or mediums. But yeah, the hards I know definitely can go for quite some time. Wait and see when that, what everyone will do in terms of pit stops. Meanwhile, though, up and around turn 9, Coyle really needs to get the hammer down. He needs to close up on Blotman. He does not want to lose DRS. It's only about less than a second separating the top 3 at the moment, but Rebel still leads. Crucially, that is good for him in the sake of his championship. Because right now it's a 15-point gap between himself. Oh, running wide, that's Coral there in the background at turn 14. Definitely will lose time as he went onto the gravel, as we just saw. Blotman, though, is coming. Outside move into turn 1. He'll have the inside line for turn 2. Contact as Luxury goes wide. Luxury, though, says, no, I am not giving this place up to you, my friend. Trying to stay. Oh, there's a bit more barging. Blotman keeping the battle alive as they make their way up to turn 4, around turn 4. Now it's a turn 5. Now Blotman will have the inside line. Luxury, though, can he hold it around the outside? He's really trying. It's great racing between these two. It's great side-by-side action. This Blotman might have to concede here as he now gets behind the McLaren. Great stuff. Through 6 corners, 7 corners. Or, sorry, 6 corners. 4 corners, I should say. Or at least 4 corners. Now, those two were side-by-side. Or 3 or 4 corners. Anyway, yeah, no, great side-by-side action. Motion got out of the race, crashed out at turn 9. We have a virtual safety car that's been deployed. Yeah, no, that was great stuff from these two. Side-by-side through turns 4 to 6. Or 4 to 6 and 7. So... But yeah, with that little scrap, though, it did give Rebel a little bit of an advantage. So yeah, that might not be the best scene in the world for these two. See what the battery life is like. 63% drive-through penalty for Star Army, 63 for Blotman, 43 for Luxury. Now Rebel's turn on the battery here. Trying to pull the gap at least as the field is now back in the green here at Barcelona. Luxury trying to get within that 1 second range. He might be in a bit of trouble considering he is not within DRS. Plotman, though, has the DRS, though, as they make their way down the back straightaway. What Luxury needs to do is get a good final sector, at least try to close up on Rebel. Through 12. A little bit of a backhand slide I noticed there from the McLaren. Did not want to cooperate there mid-corner. Out of the final corner now. This might be Blotman's opportunity here to get past the McLaren. Got DRS, got momentum, and he'll get past. He's down to P2. Meanwhile, further back though, JM looking for a move on Coral. Coral says, nope, I'll just shut the door on you. But JM trying to go for the switcheroo there at turn 2, and now it's at turn 3. He'll have a wider line. McLaren defends hard as they make their way up towards turn 4. JM cannot make the move done there to turn 4. Stays behind at least for now. Tom, though, looking for something here to turn 5. Looking very committed against the Red Bull. The Williams looking quite racy, but cannot find a way through. Through 7, 8, up to turn 9. There's your leaders there, the top 3. Blotman is now within a second. So he is one of the second of Rebel now, so it's now going to be a three-way fight, legitimately for the lead. And Blotman has DRS. Yep, he just got it there. He does set fastest lap as well. He has been pushing on this lap, making the way up towards the first corner. Of course, Luxury cannot do anything there. But JM will do something here as there's yellow flags at Sector 3. That's for Honeybee that might have spun at turn 13. Meanwhile, though, JM does get through ahead of Coral. At turn 1, he's through. Tom, though, looking for something as well. Up towards turn 4. He cannot find a way by here to turn 4, but he'll have another go at turn 5. No, he will not have a go at turn 5. Coral just shuts the door. And Tom's got all the battery in the world he wants to use, too. Could say the same for Jay, but Jay needs to get a move on. He doesn't want to have these guys towing him along. Speaking of that, top 3, Rebel, Blockman, and Luxury are still within at least a second. Separate these 3 cars. And Blockman will get another 8 of DRS. Same will the McLaren. Gotta remember too, the top 2 in this field right now are 1 and 2 in the championship, but Blockman leading the way with 15 points. Rebel though needs to get a good amount to keep the championship hopes alive. Oh, a back-end slide. Coral gets past, but JM goes off the road into the long lap penalty zone. As now Tom goes through. He's now up into 5th. Lil Mick might follow suit as well into turn 4. Yeah, that Rebel is just a duck at this point, sitting duck at this point. Cannot do anything. There's Black Bull now goes through. And now he's looking for an outside contact move, as he tries to go for an outside move, I should say. But Lil Mick stays in front. Keeps the position in 6th position. Got a little bit of pockets of battles here. At the front of the field to the midfield. And there's yellow flags again, which is for styled harmony. Okay, out of turn 14, back onto this main straightaway. Luxury trying to keep up as well. Needs to stay within this fight. Meanwhile, though, Coral still holding on against Tom. Tom can't do anything there to turn 1. He's not close enough. Yeah, definitely opposite to what I've seen from last night, with the top 4 on the hards. And everyone else on the mediums, that's for sure. I would have thought maybe one of the leaders would have just started on the mediums and pull a bit of a gap, kind of like what CZK did last night. Not close enough to do anything there to turn 10 Blockman. Luxury, of course, can't do anything since he's the last of this whole group. Meanwhile, this whole group here still with a little bit of a scrap. There's Sublime looking for anything on Professor Phil. Can't do anything through there to turn. Oh, well, the Ferrari does go wide. That definitely ruined his run there a little bit. Does hold the place, but he might be in a little bit more trouble now. Oh yeah, he will. He's missed the apex completely at the final turn. Sublime's got a run and has got DRS. No one else to chase him. Professor Phil, gee whiz, that Ferrari's got some straight line speed. Oh, but he misses the corner, and Sublime just goes for the switcheroo at turns 1, 2. Fantastic stuff. He's now up to 9th, and Professor Phil down to 10th. As the Quio now is side by side with Spari there. The Quio gets through, up into 12th. Lottman, though, has lost a bit of ground to his teammate. It's now 8.5 tenths. Now 8 tenths, 7 tenths. Lottman cannot afford to lose Rebel. 8 tenths, 9 tenths. He's still got DRS, just though. He only just got DRS. Yeah, the DRS detection point, if you want to know, is at the entry of the final core. It's pretty much the same as it was in the old layout as well. Here comes Tom, not close enough. JM gets past Black Bowler there for 7th. It's now a second separating the two Alpines. It's hovering there at least, just hovering a second. As a court, yellows, hang on. What's happened? It looks like that was where these three were. Maybe Leclerc had a moment, or one of these two had a moment, that being either Sparrier or Professor Phil. That could have been Professor Phil, actually, considering that he's down in 11th. He was in that battle with Subphalime. So he must have had a moment, I think, is what's happened. And now, Blockman is within 6/10 between himself and his teammate. The gap was about nearly a second at one point. So Rebel must have made a mistake somewhere. Alright, back onto the main straight again. Again, DRS wide open for these two cars. Trying to hunt down Rebel. Of course, the assumption is they will not be close enough, which is the correct assumption. Tom, though, looking for something on Coral. Can't find a move there into turn 1. Can he go for anything here into turn 3? Can he get a good run? He's got lots of battery to use. That actually could be key for Tom in this race, if I'm totally fair. Accord overtakes Subphalon, that's for 9th. He must have done that at turn 2. Now the gap's back within nearly a second, separating the top two. Blobhead just trying everything he can to keep up with his teammate. But Rebel, of course, trying to make it a bit hard. Yellow flies again in turn 4. Luxury, though, very close. He's all close enough. I think that might have been where the back markers were. It's now a second, though, separating the top two. And Luxury is very close to Blockman. And Blockman's going to be in trouble here on this main straightaway. Because Luxury's got DRS. He now turns it on, but my goodness, Blockman's got straight line speed. How on earth is he still holding the position? Luxury didn't even go ahead. He couldn't even get ahead of him. I'm shocked by that. Tom, meanwhile, down the inside, he's trying to fight against Coral into turn 3. Can't find a way down, find a way past. I'm genuinely shocked by that, really. As that Subphalime was at a moment at the final corner. Yellow flags. Hang on. Is that for... Oh, that's for JM. That's caused the yellow flags at turn 4. He's gone off. Oh, dearie me. But meanwhile, well, what I got confused about, I just saw Luxury get past Spotman into turn 5. I thought that's where the yellow flags happened. I thought someone over in this field might have made a mistake. But no, that's not exactly what happened. It was because of JM going off the road at turn 4. And then I noticed Black Bowler going slowly as well. So maybe those two might have had it coming together, I think. That I just didn't pick up. Considering that they were in this group. Blockman not close enough. But yeah, I was very surprised at how Blockman just stayed in front of the McLaren, considering the fact that Luxury had had DRS and everything. As JM now goes past Black Bullet. Let's see if he's got damage. Okay, he's got damage. So there was a coming together, I think, between himself and Jay. And as a result, Black Bullet's got damage from that. Meanwhile, though, oh, that's tight. Coral and, sorry, not Coral, Laquito, excuse me, and Professor Phil getting quite close to one another there at turn 1. Yellows again. Oh, that's fine. That's fun. That's at turn 3. Rebels doesn't have that much battery compared to Luxury or Blockman. So he's in a little bit of pressure here, Rebel is. Yep, now he's got the light indicated. That's indicating to the cars behind that he's recharging the batteries. Now out comes Subfalime. Of course, he'll be a lap down. That's unfortunate for Subfalime. Tommy, well, goes past Coral. He's up into 4th place. Still got the battle raging on for 4th at least. Top 3 though, still close. Oh, that's close. There between Rebel and Luxury. Luxury nearly outbroke himself. Look at him, he is really bringing the pressure against Rebel. Third turn 9. Kyle going wide there thanks to the dirty air coming off the car in front. Oh, but he runs into the back of him. Oh dear. Blotman also gets tags him behind as well. I don't know if he was helped or if he genuinely outbroke himself. He could have damage too, because he's really understeering. Not that I could see visually. Yeah, he has got damage. He's got lime green damage. Yeah, I don't... I feel like it's either that Luxury outbroke himself or maybe Rebel just broke too early. I don't know. But yeah, either way, it's kind of ruined Luxury's race a little bit. Because now he had to repair the front wing. Where will he come out though is the question. I think he'll come out... he should come out in front of a court, so he will get some clear air. At least that's the fortunate thing. But yeah, he's definitely lost some time. Thanks to whatever was going on there between Rebel and him. Yeah, it looked like Rebel just... It was either that Rebel broke too early or just... Luxury outbroke himself and ran straight to the back. I did notice how close Blotman was as well. Maybe Luxury got maybe a bit of a helping hand. Well, we'll have to find out. There is a bit of a steward inquiry. Rebel is defending, but he can't defend against Blotman. Blotman now takes the lead of the race here on lap 16 of 33. Yeah, let's see what the gap is right now. The gap is 27.2 seconds. I think for overall pit time loss, I think you lose about, what, maybe less than 25 seconds in the pit lane at Barcelona. So clear now pits for the hard compound tires. You'll easily carry those to the end from here. Yeah, so what Luxury has got to do is he's got to get a move on. And get a move on quickly. But I don't know if those tires will hold up till the end. I know the Alpines are going to go long. But they'll have fresher tires. Rebel still keeping up with his teammate at least. Yeah, what he's trying to do is do the strategic part. Just keep behind him. And charge up the battery as much as possible. The fortunate thing about Barcelona is that if you are within a DRS train, it is easy to at least save up some battery. Luxury does set the fastest lap, so he is definitely pushing. You know, there are blue flags indicated there for Honeybee. He is definitely lapped, so he will have to... He definitely has to oblige. But that's going to annoy Rebel. Well, it's also annoying Blotman too, I imagine. You'll get DRS still, but the bad marker hasn't got out of the way. Now he gets out of the way, but he gives Blotman a helping hand of DRS. Yeah, that's quite distracted there. I don't know why Honeybee hasn't got out of the way. He needs to get out of the way. You got blue flags, you gotta get out of the way. There you go, now he finally does. Although he could have done that way before. I mean, he is ghosted after all. But anyway, now Luxury's catching up to the back of JM. Yeah, Rebel still chasing his teammate as well. Half a second separating the two. As Jay pits. Alright, so he'll go on to a set of hard compound tires to the end of the race from here. I'll go the white stripes, and away he leaves. Where will he come out? Professor Phil is just coming down the main straight. There's Black Bowler as well. I think he'll get in front. Oh, it'll be close. No, not as close as I thought it would be. There you go. But not JM will now be behind Black Bullet, but he's got fresher hearts compared to the Mercedes. Liquid, meanwhile, overtakes Accord there for 11th position. Keep our eyes on the leader interval. The gap right now is 22 seconds separating Luxury and Blotman. That is the gap between the leader to 4th. It's now 21.6. Coral now goes into pit lane. So he's going to get off those hards and get out to a set of mediums. Yep. Easily will carry them to the end. There goes his teammate. Tom also goes through, and same with Little Mick. Because they pitted a little earlier than Coral did. Heading up towards turn 3. Professor Phil in the pits as well. Yep, so now we're beginning the life cycle of pit stops here in Barcelona. Quayo 3-second penalty, multiple warnings. Phil goes on to the soft tire. That'll be interesting. You'll have to do about 15 laps on those things. Liquio comes out behind Accord. Accord gets a bit of an awkward run, but Liquio has fresh tires. He runs into the back of the Alfa Romeo. Can't find a way by. Alright, Rebel is in the pits. Soft tires on the ready for Rebel. Now here comes Luxury. Where is he going to come out of all this? He will come out ahead of Rebel. Just about over a second separating those two. He's on softs though. But I have a feeling that those tires are going to be a little bit iffy towards the end for Rebel. I think Luxury might have a little bit of an advantage. But yeah, Rebel will be quick, but Luxury will have the advantage. So, alright, so interesting strategy games playing here at Barcelona. That leaves this guy to pit. That is Blotman. What will he do? He's in. Goes into pit lane, pulls up, just. Will he go to softs like his teammate, or will he do a different strategy? Soft tires, so both Alpines are doing hard soft to the end of the race from here. Here comes Luxury and Rebel in the background. You see them coming down the main straightaway. There goes Luxury, and here comes Rebel as well. Rebel now moves through ahead of Blotman. They're both on the softs. Luxury, though, is on 6-lap old medium compound tires. Yeah, the only disadvantage that Luxury has got is that he will not be quick through the first bit of this stint. Their style harmony as well. Aspari gets a 5-second penalty for speed in the pits. Alright, Rebel is right behind the McLaren. Doesn't want to go for anything at turn 10, that's just fair enough for him. He wants to wait until the main straight and then go for the move. But yeah, you can see the grip difference compared to Rebel and Luxury. It's definitely night and day. Yeah, the Alpine's gonna breeze past here. He'll take the race lead, get fastest lap as well. He now moves through. Can Blockman follow suit? The straight line speed of the Alpine was close. Oh my goodness, that was lag. I thought Luxury might have spun the car a little bit there on my screen, but thankfully that wasn't the case. Blockman though, looking committed to the outside. Luxury, can he hold on? The answer is no. He just doesn't have the grip compared to the soft tire. He has to stay behind. Alright, well, it's an Alpine 1-2 all over again. You know, close the gap up with DRS, but like I said, that grip difference is definitely going to be significant. Meanwhile, though, James got black ball still for company. Yeah, so we got bits of pockets of battles, as I mentioned. Accord's also bound the Quito. This Rebel sets another fastest lap. DRS now enabled there for Blockman, but Rebel did get DRS too because he was behind the lapped car as they were going to the detection point. We'll put up the lap data just to show you how much different is the softs compared to Luxury who's on the mediums. I mean, the thing is though, he had to go to the mediums in lap 15 because he got damaged from running into the back of Rebel. Oh, this definitely is going to annoy Rebel a little bit because Blockman's got DRS thanks to Star Harmony gaining laps. So yeah, he closes the gap up by at least another 10th. Rebel though just needs to get a move on, keep his head calm, keep it composed. Blockman though will not get DRS here, but he has battery. Rebel though doesn't have much of it. Luxury, yeah, he's just now a lonely duck. He just can't do anything with those old mediums. Maybe I was wrong when I said that that might be a tire advantage for Luxury. I don't think there will be, considering the fact he's got to have to do another 10 laps on those things. Yeah, he'll be doing 19 laps, while the top two in front are going to be doing about 14 laps on those tires. 14 or 15 laps on these soft tires. Alright, well, 8/10 the margin now. So Blockman is now within DRS distance of Rebel. Down the back straightaway. Will Mick trying to catch up to Tom, who's right now they're in a battle for at least the 4th position. No safety car to shake up the race, at least not yet. We've only had one retirement in this entire Grand Prix, and that was because of Motion God that crashed out on the first lap at turn 9 as Honeybee pits in. Little Mick. Can he do it here to turn 1? Not quite close enough there to the first corner. And he through turn 3. Up towards turn 4. Still close right now. 4.5 tenths between these two. By another penalty. Meanwhile, the top two battle still heating up. Rebel does get DRS thanks to lapping Subcoline. So he'll close the open the gap up just a bit more. Rebel though under a bit of pressure right now, but needs to keep his head forward. Not worry so much. Needs some good runs out of this final sector, which he does. You gotta keep in mind, Blockman's got some serious speed in that car. Some serious straight line speed. Look how much time he gains. Gains about like, what was that, maybe 3.5 tenths he gained on that straight alone? Like almost that, gee whiz. That is so fast. It's quite remarkable. Yeah, it's amazing now how low downforce is kind of a key part of Barcelona, thanks to the new layout and whatnot, now that that stupid chicane is gone. DRS again, but again, not close enough. Maybe we'll just wait until the final few laps, see what Blockman will do. Will he pounce? Will he do anything at this point? Rebel's just getting really good runs out of those final 2 turns. That's mainly how he's just keeping up. Oh, well, he has to use battery in fairness. Blockman again with DRS. He is really closing. And he lifts. Strategically, he lifts. He doesn't want to go for anything yet. He just wants to wait until probably the final lap. Right now, he's got all the battery in the world to play with. Around turn 4. Up towards turn 5. Yeah, we'll see these two are also 15 points separating the championship. Blockman though having the, excuse me, the slight advantage. And also thanks to Rebel gain a penalty for what happened between him and Coral. Yeah, it was another big factor in it all. Guido overtakes the cord, that's for 9th. Gone there at turn 1. Alright. On to lap 28 of 33. Still got plenty of laps to go. 7 more laps left into this Spanish Grand Prix. Yellow's at sector 2, I believe that was. That was around where Guido and Professor Phil were. Looks like they might have sorted themselves out. There is still a possibility of a safety car. You never know. That must be, I believe, Sparty that these two are lapping. And Rebel gets some DRS for his health. Sparty gets out of the way. Opens the gap a little bit between himself and Blockman. Nearly a second. The Blockman's still within touching distance. He's gonna get the DRS again. And he's got a lot of battery in the world to play with. Rebel though, if he can try to save up as much as he can, it's just like enough, at least to keep Blockman away from him. Maybe that should be a helping hand. Yellows again. That's for Honey B. Spinning out at turn 10. Yeah, right now the gap is still less than a second. But Blockman has a lot of battery. 73%. Like I said, this car has been quick in a straight line, as I have seen so far. DRS open again, up towards turn 12. Turn 10, excuse me. Now we head up towards turns 11 and 12. That's something Rebel just needs to do. Just get good enough runs, really, just to hold off Blockman as best he can. Again, DRS wide open for Blockman, but will not attack on this occasion. Just will not be close enough, but he just doesn't want to do that. He just wants to play the more conservative approach. Well, Mick, not close enough to attack Tom. Yellows. Honeybee is retired in the pits. Oh, no, he hasn't! He's crashed on the main straight. That's a VSC. No, that's a safety car. Safety car has come out. I just seen it. Oh, my goodness me. He's crashed on the main straight. I thought he crashed in the... or not crashed. I thought he was in the pit lane. No, he wasn't. He crashed on the main straight. How on earth has he done this? It's definitely not a virtual... Here, I'm going to update that. No, it's the same. No, it's definitely not a VSC. It's a safety car. It's definitely a safety car. I don't know why it's still stuck on virtual safety car, but whatever. Top 2 in, not a surprise, but Blockman's going to be in a double step, but that won't matter anyway. Tom stayed... Wait, no. Who stays out? Oh, no, that was Subfilime. I thought that was Tom that stayed out for a brief moment. No, that's Subfilime. He's doing that just so he can unlap himself, which is fair enough. Alright, that means everyone's going to the soft tire. There you go. I do not believe it. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, safety car is now going, so. Why is it still under virtual? Hang on, let me keep trying. It still says virtual safety car. It's not a virtual. The safety car is literally in front of my eyes. Oh, this guy. Well, that's actually great news for Luxury, because after being screwed, after getting damage on the first half of the race, he's now back in it. Yeah, Tom could also get into this fight as well. Almost everyone that's on the softs as well. Flat ball, stay. Why? He has the distance. He could have just pitted. He would have just lost the position to Jay. That's it. Safety car in this lap. Okay, well, the rest of the field isn't going to catch up, but the safety car is in. The top 6 are going to be fighting here for the race win. Black Ball is now, I think, has caught up, but that's not going to matter. He's on the hards. Everyone else in front's on the mediums, on the softs. Alright, well, no DRS will be enabled here. It's a 2-lap dash to the flag. Rebel waiting to go. He's going now. Good restart by Rebel. We're back under great flight conditions here at Barcelona. No DRS, of course. Like I said, they're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, he's not close enough though. Luxury into turn 1. Has to stay behind at least for now. Coral, though, and Lil Mick are side by side. There's a lap car in front as well that could provide a distraction here. It's JM to the inside. They actually have caught up, as it turns out. JM looks to the inside, cannot make a move there. Coral, though, stays in front of the Alfa Romeo and the Red Bull. But the lap car is still being a distraction. Guessing that's style, yeah, that's style harmony, of course. Top 3, top 4, meanwhile, less than a second separated. But it's not mattering with no DRS. Yeah, if you're going to do overtaking, you're going to have to do the old-fashioned way. Blotman really close. But so is the McLaren of Luxury. He is really close to the back of the Alpine. Out of the final corner now, back on the main. Look at the run that he got there. Luxury did. But he does not have the straight line speed compared to Blotman. He just has to stay behind. That Alpine has got some speed. As we're on to the final lap of the race. Coral, little mix side by side, heading through turn 3. Coral stays in front. I think P1 might be out of the cards unless Rebel makes an error, but I think P2 might be on the cards. Little Mick and Coral again, still side by side. Little Mick now gets in front. He's up to 5th position. Coral needs, Luxury needs to send it here into turn 10 if he wants P2. Can he send it? He's going for it inside into turn 10. Does he have enough? Oh, there's contact. He spins. Oh no! He lost the back end at the exit of turn 10. He loses out on the podium. And meanwhile, in front, Rebel will close up on his teammate for the championship. He wins here in Barcelona and takes home the Spanish Grand Prix. Blotman finishes in 2nd, Tom in 3rd place, along with Lil Mick, Coral, JM, Black Bola, and Luxury. He went for the move. He went deep. He might have spun his tires when he was on the dirty part of the track. I reckon it was what was up. Oh. Yeah, he knew he had to send it. He just didn't have the straight line speed. He had the cornering advantage, but not the straight line speed advantage. Phil moves up to 10th after penalties. Liquido 11th. Suffaline will finish in 12th after unlapping himself. Spire in 13th and Style Harmony 14th. Alpine 1-2. Another shock. But Rebel takes it. Just about on the final lap. Tom gets driver of the day. Well, we'll see his progress at that point. But it's Rebel that wins here at Barcelona. Taking victory here for the Spanish Grand Prix. A crucial victory. The gap now will shrink to 8 points between these two for the championship. The unofficial result set of this Spanish Grand Prix, it's Rebel that wins here at Barcelona. Gets about 8 points now, the deficit between him and Blotman. Getting the crucial 30 points here for this race. Blotman finishing 2nd, Tom 3rd. After starting 5th, finishing in 3rd. Only getting 2 spots, really. Little Mick 4th, getting 3 spots. Coral 5th, along with JM. Black Ball Luxury, who will score fast lap, so he'll score that extra point. Accord finishing in 9th, along with Professor Phil Liquido. Suffaline, Spell Harmony, and then Honeybee and Motion God. Our only retirements in this race. A good finish. Crazy finish, nonetheless. Well, unfortunately, since 2 of the podium sitters are on Xbox or PC, the only person that I can invite is Blotman. I'll try to get him in here if I can, if he wants to join. Thankfully, I have him on my friends list. Yeah, we'll invite him in here if he wants to join. Oh, well. But yeah, no, what a crazy race overall here at Barcelona. It really just came down to that last safety car because of what happened with, gee whiz, what happened with Honeybee. Hello there, Blotman, by the way. If you are connected, are you connected? No, he's not connected yet. I just saw him pop in. As soon as he connects, we'll get the interviews underway. Or, well, interview underway. Still waiting. Just a little bit. Blotman's got a bit of network error, I guess. We'll keep trying. If it doesn't succeed, then we'll just scrap it, I guess. Come on, Blotman, come on. He might always type it in the chat. Yeah, that's fine. I see. Yeah, I see that it's taking a while. That's all right. Take your time. If you can't, if you can do it, you can do it. If you can't, that's also fine. I'm in no rush. Yeah, again, he's still having connection issues. Come on, Blotman's internet. Oh, nah, no problem, Sparty. Anytime. Yeah, I'm gonna message Blotman in the Discord. Okay, he's left. Okay, so yeah, he apparently can't connect. All right, then we'll just go ahead and just close it up then, I guess. That's unfortunate, but it's whatever. It happens. PlayStation things, but yeah. No, it was kind of felt like a normal Spanish Grand Prix for a bit until the end, which brought a lot of drama. Well, some drama actually, not a lot, but just some drama. But yeah, congratulations to Rebel on his win. Blotman finishing second. And then, of course, Tom. He just mentioned in the Discord he got his first podium of the season. So congratulations to you as well, my good sir. But with that all said and done, I think it will be time to... Oh! Not end the stream, because Blotman's just joined back. Can he hear me, though, is the question. I was just about to wrap it up until Blotman just came back in. Maybe it's just he's having issues with the game and internet at the same time. I don't know. Oh, there he is. Now he's connected. Can you hear me, Blotman?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, perfect. Well, at least your internet's now all sorted. Alright, well, since you're the only one that's in here for interviews, well, technically that's the only person I can do. Yeah, let's start off with qualifying. You qualified P2, but not too far from your teammate. You were only separated by less than 15 thousandths. Then in the race, you had a bit of a tussle between yourself and Luxury. For a bit, that almost kind of got you out of the running for the lead for just a bit with your teammate, because he kind of pulled a second on you until you clawed back up. Were you a little bit worried about that, or what was your thinking going through that little bit of a process there?
Well, I'd kind of lunged up Luxury's inside originally because I wanted to get him out of Rebel's DRS, because I knew as soon as I passed him, Rebel was gonna slow down and give me DRS because we're teammates, you know, we work together, and that's exactly what he did. So yeah, I'm really lucky that he slowed down, otherwise he probably would have run off in the first stint. Yeah,
no, that makes a little sense. But also, what got me a bit interested between the battle with you three is what happened on lap 15. I don't know if there was a moment where you might have run into Luxury, or Luxury just outbroke himself into Rebel, but could you tell exactly what happened in that whole thing?
Was that the lap that Luxury got wing damage and had to pit?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So that was the second tap that Luxury had done into turn 10, because he kind of got by me originally when we sort of came together in that braking zone. But then, so the second time on that 15, he just sort of outbroke himself and ran into the back of Rebel, and I didn't really know what had gone on, but I got past him and I was surprised, and then he boxed, and I was like, oh, he must have had wing damage.
Yeah. I could tell, you can't tell from the spectator POV because he didn't have anything, but I could easily tell that he had line green damage because of how understeer he was through turn 12. But yeah, you guys kind of pulled away for quite some time in the second half thanks to you guys pitting to the softs, and then Luxury having to do a long stint on the mediums thanks to the damage. But then the safety car came out, and that kind of changed a little bit of the complexion of the race. Did you feel that you could have tried to get your teammate for the win, or what do you think?
Well, I could have probably tried to get Rebel for the win even before the safety car, but again, we're teammates, you know, we're trying to work together to score as many points as we can for the team, and obviously I wouldn't have been anywhere near him had he not given me his DRS the whole first stint and kept me with him. So I was fully content with staying behind him and saving up my battery and whatnot, and just coming home with the good team points.
Yeah. Did they also catch you a little off guard for what happened between yourself and Luxury at turn 10 again, when he sent it on you?
Are you talking about the last lap?
Yes.
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, I kind of saw it coming because obviously it's the last lap, you know, Luxury would rather finish in second than finish in third. I did not think he would send it as hard as he did. I think he outbroke even what he thought he was going to break at, and so he totally sent it. I had a pretty easy switchback, and then it looked like he just put on too much throttle and spun it into the wall, because I was going through the corner and suddenly there was a tap in the side of my car and Luxury's in the wall, so I was kind of confused, but I think he just spun out on his own. Yeah, no, he after he outbroke himself, it looked like he was on the dirty part of the track, and then, yeah, kind of like what you said, it looked like he just had too much throttle and, yeah, just ran to the side of you. So, obviously, no further damage apart from that, but, yeah. I guess one more is that, well, next week we head to Abu Dhabi. What's your feeling going to that place? Well, I did a race at Abu Dhabi last Thursday, and Rebel outqualified me by 4 tenths. So
Oh, damn.
I'm not very good around there, so I don't actually feel very confident. But, you know, anything can happen. I'll put it to practice and see if I can get my pace up, and hopefully I can have a good result there.
Alright, well, congratulations, though, on your P2, and
Thank you.
yeah, I'll see you hopefully for Tuesday. I should be back at least Tuesday, at least for racing-wise. But hopefully I'll be back Sunday for commentary-wise. Anyway, yeah, now we'll go ahead and wrap up the stream here. And once again, thank you very much for watching. I have been K1997. We will see you once again next week for America's Open for round 14, the penultimate round of the championship at the Yas Marina Circuit at Abu Dhabi for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Take care and goodbye.